Good evening and welcome to our call for tonight. This is our regular training. And if my voice holds up, I will do the DFY Live Masterclass tonight. And so hopefully you are signed up for that. If I can't, if I can't do it, then I will push it till tomorrow afternoon. But it's scheduled for 9 tonight. And if God is willing, I will definitely do that tonight. And so in terms of just your training, if you have any questions as we go along, please feel free to write them in the box. And Peter, hello, thank you. Thank you for letting me know from Vancouver. Okay. And so let's first talk about the new marketer workshop and in particular. And so I'm just going to kind of fly through some things before the training. And if you don't have it, you can pick it up at the plrshow.com/new. These are new tutorials, and this is volume 1 of several volumes. And basically what I'm doing is I'm going over the technical part of getting started in your online business. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm not going to assume that anybody knows anything. And sometimes, when you do a course, you have to kind of assume you are taught, in instructional technology that you aim at the middle. These courses are not going to start by being aimed at the middle. These are going to be start by aiming at people who are totally new in your audience. So if you have people that just don't know anything about getting started, I'm going to explain all that in this series of courses. And so I'm going to do this in sets of 20, and it sort of ends when it ends. And so I think I'm going to launch them periodically throughout the until the summer. And I just want to complete this until it's done. I've done the 52-week series, and what the 52-week series really needs is it needs a complement to people who now need to say, okay, well, how do I do this? And so that's really what these courses are designed. It's designed like any other step-by-step over-the-shoulder on-screen course. It's designed to show people, hey, here's how you go do that. Here's where you go and you get your blog. Here's how you make the decision about that. Here's how you make a decision about sales pages. And so I don't even assume they know what that means. And so I'm going to start pretty much the way I wish someone would have started with me. And I'm going to get all the way through, all the basics and all the essentials by the time I get through all the volumes. So you'll see the graphics match the new marketer workshop in the live sessions. That's on purpose. And so that's so that you can sell them together. And so yeah, this is going to be volume 1 of several. So if you don't have it, again, you can get it at the plrshow.com. Depending on when you see this, you might not see this as a new course. I keep that new designation when it's still new, but you might be watching this later. You might be watching this, and it could be months later, and you're kind of feeling, well, I want to get started. I want to get volume 1, and you'll be able to get it at this URL, TNMW volume 1. And so, like I said, it's different from the 52-week series. The 52-week series is really on marketing and branding. And so that course is really designed for people, and that's really aimed in the middle, because basically in the branding course, what I find is that most PLR users, the question we get the most is, okay, well, I have this stuff. Now what do I need to do? Now how do I get people the right people in front of it? And that's a process, and nobody can explain that to you in one course. Nobody could possibly try to explain that to you, and you can't explain it to your customer, and you shouldn't even try. So basically, I took 52 weeks, and I gave you what you need to do to explain to your customer when you tell them, hey, you can market your business online, and they look at you like, I don't know anybody, and how am I going to get to know people? And I'm going to go out and buy some advertising. You're going to say, no, you're not. You're going to go through this course. That's what you're going to do. So that's really what that's designed to do, that 52-week course. And so now the step-by-step videos that I'm doing, they're the technical side of that. Because I couldn't do all that during the live sessions. And it's a little difficult to do technical stuff during the live sessions and going back and editing and all that stuff. So yeah, this is basically, these courses are the technical side of getting started. So once again, I got one question I got is, do I need both? And I'm biased, but you do. You need both. So, so if you don't have the technical part, get volume one, and volume two will probably be out this month, and so you'll be able to get that too. Um, so it doesn't assume anybody knows anything. And basically, if you're going to have this, trust me when I tell you this. You may not have it today, but you will have it. If you start teaching on a regular basis, you're going to have somebody ask you, okay, what is this? What's going on? And if you ever get somebody who's going to ask you that, you ever get somebody who asks you, well, where do I get started? And what's a blog? And what's a sales page? And what is all this stuff? Then you're going to be able to give them this series of courses. And really it's going to be designed so that you can pick and choose videos from the various volumes. So volume one is the first. And you'll see that I pretty much started at the beginning. And I'm going to walk people all the way up to where you are now. So that's the idea of this. And so obviously the best way to get this is at volume one at least. This is the Ultimate Insider selection. So you can get this as an Ultimate Insider right now. And in fact, right before I got on this call, I added this course to the Ultimate Insider library. So if you're an Ultimate Insider and you're here, you don't have to do anything. It's already in your dashboard. If you to go there right now, you'd see it pretty much at the beginning at the top of your dashboard. So if you're not an Ultimate Insider, you can sign up today, and you will actually get this course and the upgrade along with it. Right? Okay, so let's with that being said, let's go ahead and get into some of the other training. Oh, and I do want to kind of say this before I get into the training. I think this is important. The Ultimate Insiders have a different version of the TIP 52-week course, and there is a reason for that. The reason that they get a different version is because we're going to be doing a little bit more in terms of demonstration and accountability. We're going to kind of do this process, and obviously I can't do that with everybody. So I'm going to do that with the Ultimate Insiders and just kind of allow them to interact with each other as they go through the course and actually put it in place. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm actually going to put it in place, and we're just going to see how the process goes. And obviously what I want to do at the end is to collect the to see what people are going to do, and then I want to go back and then kind of tighten up the series based on where people are. So if you're an Ultimate Insider, we're going to do this process together, all 52 weeks, and that's why your version is going to be different, and it's obviously tied to your membership. So if you want that version and you want to interact based on going through the 52-week branding course, then make sure you're signed up as an Ultimate Insider. Okay, let's talk about tonight's training, and we're going to do some fundamentals tonight. And basically, whether you have PLR or not, the most important thing is that you get the right people in front of your whatever you're doing. But there is a process, and nothing that happens is going to happen overnight. One of the things that you're going to find is that tactics abound. If you were to go on YouTube right now, or if you were to go to any Facebook group, you're going to see a lot of tactics. A lot of those tactics are going to work. They're going to work for the long run. The issue with the tactic is that it doesn't necessarily build a brand, doesn't necessarily help you to build a connection with a customer so that they know who you are, they know where you're coming from, and they have a reason to connect with you. And so you're trying to build long-term relationships. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get a customer and keep them forever. That's the goal of everything. So if you're an information marketer and your goal is not to keep every customer you get forever, then you are falling short of the information marketing goal. It's not, yes, I agree that, selling high ticket is a great thing. I agree that selling, making sales, with passively, I think that's great. However, if you make a passive sale, but you don't keep the customer, what does that matter? You're trying, whether you get the customer passively, whether you get them by hog tie them, whatever you do, You want to keep that customer forever. And that's really the goal of all information marketing. And it can